Today I wanted to show you a little tip or a little something I do when I have new seedlings that I've planted. I cover them in burlap, and burlap has multiple uses for me. It is something that I can use in the wintertime. I use it as a soil preserver to keep the sun off of it from depleting the nutrients. And I also use it as a shade cloth. It lets water through, it lets dappled shade through. And so little seedlings, like I planted these basil here, I started them from seed. And normally I have a problem whenever I start my basil, when I plant it in the sun, because it gets a lot of sun here, it will shrink up and die no matter how much I water it or whatever. So I started doing this. I just set out 2 posts, stick them in the ground, and then I just lay the burlap over it. It's real easy and it holds in the wind pretty good. And then as the seeds, the little seedlings get strong, I'll take it off. So that's my little tip. It really works out well. I use it in my garden, which you see over there, as I'm taking out the plants from this fall and winter. I go in and I will place my burlap over the soil to keep the sun from beating it down. So I find it works really, really nice. And just wanted to show you some of the beauties we've got going on here. Let's see here. Of course, you know, the snapdragons and the pansies. They're not looking too good, but they did get a hard winter freeze a couple of times. And now it's kind of getting hot here in southeast Texas. So they're about on their last leg. This here I like to do. I plant my mint in and put some pansies in as well, because the mint shades the pansy roots. And it just adds a little pop of color. Rosemary. And then over here we've got our thyme, and it's really liking where it's at. Garlic, not doing too hot, but it looks like I might have 3 pods coming. This here is my cayenne pepper plants, and they just reseed themselves year after year after year. Sometimes they come back from an old plant too as well. So I just leave them in. If they die, like these right here have totally died, I just snap them off. And that's it. Then over here we have a orange tree, or what you call satsuma. And it looks like it's going to be producing this year. I'm so excited. This is like the first year we'll be getting fruit off of it. I've got to chop that down because it wants to shade my grapefruit tree. And this is a Rio Red grapefruit. We had a huge one here, and there came a severe freeze, and it killed it. So anyway, we had to chop it down and dig up the roots, and then we planted another one. So it looks like he's liking where he's at. So this is a good thing. It's starting to rain. I've got plants I've got to plant in the front, so I'm going to cut this short. There's some more of my basil, and I did cover them, but I'm letting everything kind of open up and get the full sun. It looks like they're ready. So I'm going to let that happen. Let's see here. In my herb garden, I have cilantro, which looks like it's on its last leg. I have green onions that I started from the scraps from the grocery store that we used. And look how big. I mean, I use them as onions. They work good. Then we have some dill, and it's getting hot here, so normally dill kind of starts dying down this time of year. I have chives, and of course I plant some pansies to add a spot of color. Then we have the curly parsley. We have sage. We have some more thyme, which I'm just going to kind of let grow and mill out as I can. Here we have oregano. I feed this all to my rabbits. They love it. Just give them a little bit. I don't give a whole bunch. Here I see that I have a rosemary that I thought was dead, and it's coming back up. So I think I'm going to transplant it somewhere. Here is my Big Daddy blackberry vines. I'm hoping they're going to come on out. They're kind of taking their time. They were lush and beautiful and green, and then we got a big freeze, so hopefully they're going to come on back. Here, flat leaf parsley just started on its own. I'm going to leave it. All right, so that is a little tidbit of information that I thought I would share of ways to start your seedlings. Just kind of cover them up with burlap, and that'll help filter them from the sun, let them get started strong, and then take it off and you're good to go. All right, bye-bye for now. Do y'all see what I see laying eggs? And here, let's see if I can find them in camera. Yes, there's one. Right there is a baby ladybug. Now that's what I've been told. Look at that. So if you see these things in your garden, know that they are eating these things. Where are they? Yeah, there we are. Eating these aphids. And I am going to give y'all a little tidbit of information. I tried burning aphids, you know, like a quick burn. Not happening. So, anywho, it looks like something is really eating them, or they're really eating something. So I'm going to kind of watch and let nature take its course on this and see what happens. But until then, it doesn't matter because all this is going to be going. I'm just feeding the bees right now with all that pretty yellow till some more flowers start coming out and the tallow trees start coming out. So I just kind of feed. And it also is an awesome bug sanctuary. I am already seeing the old stink bugs out. You can see that little jewel there. Yep. Stink bug. I wish there was something that'd eat them. So that in there is wood sorrow. I'm almost positive wood sorrow. Okay, and we've got the ladybugs established. Let's see here. My broccoli, which looks more like broccolini, but hey, it's broccoli. I can eat it. It's edible. I did have some kale, but there's a little bit of it in there. It's not liking its situation at all. So, there we are. We're blessed. Gotta be. Gotta be. Gotta be. Always fascinates me. The things that come if you just let them. Oh, that right there is definitely telling me it's time to pull these out, put them in my compost. Look at that. My beets. This all is mustard. I had some turnips planted, but Yeah, they just didn't do good this year. All right. It seems I have two little tips I do. Here I have used lichen and the bark off the tree to make a mulch around my flower plant. And look how beautiful it is. I mean, is that not pretty or what? So there's multiple things you can use to help preserve and moist, keep the dirt moist when you plant. And that just, to me, looks really pretty. Okay, now off to our herb garden.